Hello, everyone, and welcome to hopefully the first in the series of walkthroughs that explain how you can use agentic AI to help you in your business. And we're talking here about the remodeling business. We own kitchen and bath tune-up. These are specialist remodeling franchises. I'm the owner and operator here in Austin. And this walkthrough just is based on these multi-agent apps developed by a gentleman named Shubham Sabu. He's a product manager at Google, and they use the Google ADK, which is the Agent Development Kit, which is basically like saying, these are the tools or framework you need to set up for multiple agents to talk to each other and do a bunch of things. And in this case, they have been constrained to just do things for renovation. And when we talk about it from a remodeler point of view, like from the point of view of small to medium business operator, they are talking about what you would do while selling the job, right? So you provide a design consultancy. Your consultant is working and going to people's homes and giving them an idea of what to expect. So this augments or complements what they do in a more elaborate and detailed fashion than your usual ChatGPT. But what I'm showing you is a very default version just made to show what it can do. It can be heavily customized to constrain it to your needs. So let's just run that. And this is just the repository on GitHub where you can, fork and copy it and set it up yourself. So here is the page where I would run it locally on my machine, and I'm going to just, spin it up again. So here it is. It started. It's running on this page. So if I refresh it, we get this agent. And that same repository runs many agents, by the way. If you wanted to even do like data analysis or do some financial planning, if you are in that profession, it has all these other agents. But we are focusing today on the home renovation agent. So I'll select that and I'll collapse this particular pane. And now every homeowner will begin with like what they have in their current kitchen or bathroom and what they want. So we begin by taking photos, and I have this dated kitchen, which seems to be more than 20, 25 years old. I take that and I take this inspiration kitchen, which is more like a farmhouse kind of greenish version. Both are just public photos I got from the web, like this dated kitchen from Southern Living, and this is from Laurel Burn. So these are not like homes of my customers. And now let's just type what we want. We would like to modernize this wood cabinet L-shaped kitchen into the one referenced in the inspiration photo. What would the cost and timeline be in a city like Austin, Texas? And let's just start there. With these agents, they don't always get the layout right. So let's see what this does. It usually just gets all the colors right. It struggles a little bit with the layout, but first it will just start an agent. So here, as I scroll up, it says transfer to agent. So it gives it to an agent to first analyze the photo. So it understands it's traditional mid-century with a very warm wood-heavy aesthetic. It's L-shaped, medium-sized, and so on. And now what we want is an eclectic modern farmhouse or contemporary, deep forest green or blue. So it gets all of those correct. And that's like the visual assessor agent, right? Now the visual assessor agent is basically a function that is called, without getting too much into the weeds, it will there are all of these agents, and the visual assessor will basically contain this prompt that you can customize. And that is what I mentioned when I said that if you are a garage remodeler, then you don't need many of these things, and you can tweak them according to your particular business. And so it's going according to that script, and it's telling you what it needs. So here it says I need to know the approximate square footage. Once I have that, so you could put that footage and you could get that cost estimate, but it'll still go forward and go to like the design the design plan and the design estimate. So it's giving Sherwin-Williams numbers. At Kitchen TuneUp, we do this. We are partners with them, and you can specify a Sherwin-Williams number, and we'll paint match. So also suggests things like LED lighting in the ceiling that could add to the airiness. And now it goes to the timeline that the agent that makes the timeline, and it basically breaks it down into steps and just says, hey, these are all the things that you need to do, material summary and all of that. So now it's asking me what is the square footage. I'm going to say it's about 200 square feet. I don't know if it's 200 square feet. We just go with that. It's transferring to an agent, the estimate renovation cost agent. So now it's saying that for that area it's $60,000 to $100,000 for a complete renovation in Austin. Now that could vary depending on what you do. At Kitchen TuneUp, we have like redooring, painting, and refacing, which are significantly cheaper than a full kitchen remodel, and your local design consultant can help you with a free estimate and a very good consulting. And here it's now giving like the timeline of 2 to 4 months, and just kind of understanding of what the estimate could be, and an action checklist, right? So it does get the layout wrong. It gets all the colors right, and it just makes what you need there to at least go forward with making some selections. So just gold hardware, green cabinets, and so on. And you can ask it to edit the photo. So for example, you can say, can you do this but in sage green? Because I know that sage green is very popular. So now it should transfer it to the edit renovation rendering agent. That's what it's doing. That's a different agent specifically only to take the finished rendering and change it. So it won't go back to your original photo. It'll go back to the photo that was made. So it does change it pretty quick in Sage. So that's a very short walkthrough. And as I was mentioning, that a lot of these are very default. You can change a lot of the things. So for example, the model can be changed. The if you had a timeline that was different for your business, you could change it, and you could make it to be constrained to your internal processes. These are just things that look like they could be for any business, like generic stuff. And then if it's something like your landscaping, the landscaping could be very different. It could have different photos, it could have different camera angles, and so on. So a lot of this is available and very generic and can be streamlined. So I hope that was helpful, and I will hopefully do more videos if I get time from all the wonderful kitchen and bathrooms that we are going to make in the next year, to post more videos about how this can help you bring AI into your remodeling business. Thank you so much, and have a fantastic holiday season and new year.